best friends who had met in college. They both had a passion for the art, but struggled to find steady work in their fields. To make ends meet, they started performing on the streets, showcasing their talents in music and dance. Their performances were well received by the public, and they quickly gained a following. But with their newfound success came a dark shadow that would change their lives forever. One night, after a particularly successful performance, they were on their way home when they noticed a strange man following them. They tried to shake him off, but he was always there, a few steps behind them. At first, they thought he was just a curious onlooker, but as they turned down dark alleys and deserted streets, they realized that he was stalking them. They tried to lose him, but he was always there, lurking in the shadows. They didn't know what he wanted or why he was following them, but they knew they had to do something before it was too late. They tried to be more careful, sticking to well-lit areas and avoiding isolated places. But the man was relentless, and he always seemed to know where they were. One day, as they were performing in the park, they noticed the man in the audience watching them intently. They felt a chill run down their spines, and they knew they had to act fast. They finished their performance and quickly left the park, but the man was hot on their heels. They ran into a nearby store and locked the door behind them, hoping to call the police. But as they were dialing the emergency number, they heard the man outside, banging on the door and demanding to be let in. They were terrified, but they knew they couldn't give up. They looked around the store for anything that could help them defend themselves. They found a set of keys and a broomstick, and they prepared to fight if the man broke in. Just as they were about to give up hope, a group of bystanders who had seen the man's suspicious behavior intervened. They had been watching the man for a while, noticing his odd behavior and strange fixation on Laura and Maria. They decided to follow him to see what he was up to, and when they saw him banging on the store's door, they knew they had to act. Together, they confronted the man and demanded to know why he was following Laura and Maria. At first, the man denied everything, claiming that he was just a fan of their performances. But the bystanders knew better. They could see the fear in Laura and Maria's eyes, and they could sense that something was seriously wrong. Finally, after some pressure from the bystanders, the man admitted that he had been following Laura and Maria because he was obsessed with them. He had seen them perform in the park a few weeks ago and had become infatuated with them. He knew it was wrong to stalk them, but he couldn't help himself. The police arrived soon after and took the man into custody. Laura and Maria were shaken by the experience, but they were also grateful for the help they had received from the bystanders. They knew that things could have ended much worse if not for their intervention. After that night, Laura and Maria decided to take a break from performing on the streets. They knew that they couldn't let fear control their lives, but they also knew that they had to be more cautious. They made sure to always have someone with them when they were out, and they invested in some pepper spray just in case. Despite the fear and danger they faced, Laura and Maria's resilience and resourcefulness prevailed in the end. They knew that they had been lucky, but they also knew that they had to stay vigilant and stay safe. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.